Accessibrand is an accessibility-focused design, marketing, communications agency, and it's all staffed by professionals with lived disability experience. So I registered in 2017 and relaunched in 2020 thanks to Venture Lab. It's not any one service. Like, it's not one thing that we do. It's the concept of what we do as a whole, because you're bringing to light a few different things. Like with accessibility through marketing design, you have the opportunity to teach people about that is more than, doing something in a website. It's everything. And then when you educate people on how much people with disabilities can't equitably access information, you see that light bulb go off. And that's when you go, okay, I'm making a difference. And then when they see that our team, who all have different disabilities for the most part, do the work and it doesn't matter, you're alleviating or taking away some of that social judgment that we've learned for so many years of our lives. The unconscious biases that we're always talking about unlearning. I'd say that's probably some of my proudest moments, is proving people wrong. I think the typical entrepreneurial type challenges where you're trying to balance everything and do everything yourself and then still do the work, but also the challenges of, I think, COVID, trying to balance, trying to figure out how to manage through that as well. Trying to maintain a family. And as noted for many times, a lot of us have disabilities in our house, so myself included and my youngest daughter. So trying to balance time with finding, the time to make the appointments and then do the projects and make sure clients are happy and still be a wife and a mom, always certainly the most, I'd say, biggest issues that I faced. So I had been freelancing just by myself for about 2 years, and I really wanted to take it to the next level because I had this vision of what we are now, being this full service, accessibility focused agency, but then also providing flexible job opportunities for people with disabilities. And I really wanted to get to that next level. So that's why I applied to Venture Lab, so I could get to that. I think it was the most amazing part was that I could have some sort of support from other people. I mean, when you're a solopreneur, it's difficult because you don't necessarily have someone to talk to about it or to divide responsibility. And having a coach was someone that I could reach out to pretty much any time of the day. And then they could also, if they didn't know the answer, that I could find it through the collective. So I think that was one of the biggest advantages for me. When you have a business partner, you equally share responsibility. You always have someone there if you're sick, if you're going to go on vacation, you have some sort of to back you up. But even if you have ideas, as a solopreneur, you don't necessarily know who to talk to. So having that sort of group of people and a coach to talk to, but then not having to share all the responsibility was a really great asset. I love being an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years officially, but for even longer than that, when I was young, I was selling flowers by the roadside or crafts. So I think I've always meant to be that. But having, a team to be able to bounce those ideas off of and get input, because you're not always right. You need that input. So that was really, I think, the biggest part of transitioning is you feel alone. When you're in a partnership, you're not always that way.